Execution with the traditional thinking ensures successful failure. New thinking is required, especially when you want to start your digitalization journey. And especially when I said all the digital enterprises must be lean. That means if you don't factor the lean tools and technologies and practices and build the digital enterprises, they become fat. And it's very difficult to maintain them also. So, in summary, what is required here is organizations have to focus on building lean digital enterprises which are future-proof and future-ready. Now, to nurture these lean digital enterprises and to acquire a new mindset, new culture and new attitude, a different thinking called lean digital thinking is required. This is the world's first digital business excellence standard. It has 4 clusters, that means the thinking clusters, and 12 lean digital thinking principles. What are those 4 thinking clusters? One is thinking to design the digital future, thinking to have the superior execution, thinking to provide better experience to the customers and other stakeholders, thinking to integrate the social responsibility within the business operations. Imagine the 4 thinking clusters. What is their power to help you acquire a new mindset and new attitude and new culture? Let me share now a few of my thoughts on one by one. So the thinking cluster 1, designing the digital future, it has 3 lean digital thinking principles. Better today and better tomorrow. That means you should be able to drive the business of today and also business of tomorrow. Traditional business and digital business together at a time. And the change is constant and instant. You have to acquire a mindset that there is nothing constant in terms of the operations. You have to change that. That means the change is the only constant and it is also instant. And the third important thing is nurture the digital skills of the employees and the leadership team. So having these 3 principles and embedded in our business operations make you thinking different and design the business future which is digital future. And the second thinking cluster is superior execution. To acquire the superior execution, you need to have the thinking in some of the lean digital thinking principles like this. One is identify and eliminate non-value adding activities within our business, especially in the digital business. We don't want to have too much of data, we don't want to have too many sensors, and wherever possible, make the digitalization lean and avoid non-value adding activities. The next is predict and improve the business performance. One of the very important principles, lean digital thinking principles, is you must be able to predict and improve the business performance. How you do it? That's where you have to think. Optimize human interventions. Reach nearly autonomous execution. Then establish real-time contextual communication and collaboration within our organization. This is another important principle. Safeguard, secure, and then maintain that privacy of your stakeholders. That is another important principle. Establish a technology startup system. Any new initiative you start under digitalization, make sure they are executed like technology startups, because change is constant and instant. You must have that agility and flexibility to respond to the market situations. The next important thinking cluster is the deliver superior experience. That means there are 2 principles here. Unforgettable experiences. You have to design at every interaction point with your customers and stakeholders and deliver them. Then you have to establish human-centric digital culture. It should not be dry, it should not be mechanical. There should be human-centric digital culture. These are all the 2 principles. The last but not least thinking cluster is integrating the social responsibility. That means how do you make sure your processes, your products, your services, when you are designing them, you factor the social responsibility, create no or less impact on the environment. So these 4 thinking clusters and the 12 lean digital thinking principles create a new mindset, new culture and attitude, and make you think different, and you can really introduce so many digital innovations, precisely lean digital innovations. Thanks so much.